Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It's their turn right now. It's their turn to be angry. Their turn to be impotent in facing what other people do and they can't do anything about it. This is the big shots who are very happy in 1999 with the bombardment of Yugoslavia or Serbia, taking Kosovo away from Serbia. And now it's their turn to be, like the Russians were then, incapable of going and helping their brothers, Serbs, and the population, and many other ones who rooted for the Serbs. There was a lot of anger seeing what NATO and Western countries, some Western countries, were doing to Yugoslavia, to Serbia, for their own interest, not for the Albanians or for the Kosovarians. They were just caught in the middle. It just fit the narrative and their agenda. Now it's Macron's turn. It is Biden's turn, Scholz's turn, Liz Truss's turn to yell and scream because of the referendums that occur in Donbass or Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporozhia now, and so on. Let's get on with this article where we see their frustration. Actually, I have two articles on the same topic. So the first one comes from Republic World from September 21st, tomorrow, because that's in India. It's already 21st. And this is the title: Macron on quote-unquote cynicism of Russia's separatist referendums. We could laugh, said Macron. The Russian-controlled regions of eastern and southern Ukraine on Tuesday announced the plans to start voting this week from the 23rd into the 27th to join Russia. French President Emmanuel Macron, who is the president of that country who was part of bombardment of, wasn't it? Was it? I'm not certain about that. Let me check out. I don't say stupid stuff. Yes, France was one of them too. I was concerned about it. It was USA, Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, United Kingdom, Norway, Netherlands, Portugal, Spain, Turkey. All right, so these were the countries. So Macron now is in the receiving end, like the Russians were over there then, with Boris Yeltsin and the Russian population crying for that, but they couldn't do anything. So, French President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday dismissed the proposed referendums in Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine on joining Russia and said they would not be recognized by the international community. How do you know that, Weasel? You have a crystal ball? Can you tell me the numbers of the new lottery? What are the winning numbers? If you're so smart. He fails to mention that for him the international community are 7 countries. That's what he considers international community. And there's United States, Great Britain, France, Germany, these guys. The rest are not. I should remind this weasel that about 102 or 3 countries on the international community recognized that Kosovo, and almost half didn't. So how about that? So anyway, he's just very upset about it because he can't do something. Woo-hoo! So if this were not tragic, we could laugh, he told reporters in New York. Well, you will be crying. So the scheduling of referendums starting Friday in Luhansk, Kherson, and partly Russian-controlled Zaporozhia and Donetsk regions came after a close ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin said the votes are needed, and as Moscow is losing ground. If he's losing ground, how they do this referendum? It's another question. And then let's go to the other article from the same Republic World from the 20th of September. U.S. National Security Advisor slams Russia's sham referenda in Ukraine. Russian-controlled regions of eastern and southern Ukraine announced plans, blah, 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 to do what I just said. So we have here that U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan. Hey, Jake, Do you remember when you saw Mohammed bin Salman in Saudi Arabia and he yelled at you and you were like, remember that one? You little weasel. Smack. Alright, so this Jack Sullivan slammed Moscow plan to hold referendums. Now what's going on, man? You call it referenda here and then you call it referendum here. This weekend, because the referenda, as we know, is the plural of referendum, right? Latin, but whatever. This weekend, 4 Russian-controlled areas in Ukraine to become part of Russia. Speaking at the White House briefing Tuesday, Sullivan said the US will never recognize this territory as anything other than part of Ukraine. Never say never, buddy. Never say never. And tell you why. There were many enemies on this planet who now are friends or at least collaborators. Why? Because your interest changes with time and circumstances. And I'm gonna quote, let's say, Germany and France, for instance. They're not really friends right now, but they cooperate. And they were, or let's take France and Great Britain. Look at their history. Were they friends? They were never friends. They were cooperating against Germany, and you know what I mean? But then look at Germany. All right, Germany had a bad start with what? With France. Had a bad start at one point with Great Britain, with United States, and many other countries. And now Germany is back into the world community, right? Take Russia. The same. Russia was, in good terms, let's put it the other way, with all these guys who supported the communists. Remember those beautiful people, the communists, in the Second World War? Yeah, they supported them against what? Germany, right? Why was that? Because Germany invaded Poland. Soviet Union invaded Poland as well in the same time. And they did not declare war on Soviet Union, even though Germany was a capitalist country, the other one was a communist country. So which one was closer? Well, you know what mattered? Who's in charge? Who's in charge? That was what mattered. So in this case we have this situation where Macron is upset, the Americans are upset, everybody is going to be upset. You know why? Because they can't do anything about it. And I was thinking about this referenda. I was thinking, why would the Russians organize, or not the Russians, these Luhansk and Donetsk republics and regions, why would they do it now when the other guys are allegedly, reportedly, gaining territory? Do you think it's going to change anything when there's going to be, from now on, from here is our territory, if you pass it, we're going to nuke you? Is that what it's going to be? Is that the only reason? Or maybe it's not so. Maybe these guys are pretty safe to do it. Things are calm over there. I mean, why would you bother to do it here when tomorrow the other guys are going to come and take your house? Come over and going to, enslave you. Let's put it this way. Just to have a kind of legitimacy when you're going to use your entire army to go to the borders of Poland or something? Is that what it is? Or use nuclear weapons because you say, well, my country is attacked, was under attack, so under my policy, I can do it. Is it what's going to be? Possibly. I guess we're going to find out. All right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Those guys are crying as other people were crying in 1999. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.